This is Once Upon a Non-Time, December 22nd. Some pretty smart guys have something to say about Jesus. The wise men set off toward Bethlehem. "Herod really lives up to his reputation, doesn't he?" said Balthasar, the chief magi. "He was intimidating even for me." "Well, he said he wanted to worship the baby," said Melchior. "Do you doubt him?" "I do," said Gaspar in his usual gruff tone. "I've said all along that even I have my doubts." "But the star, Gaspar," replied Melchior. "We've been following it for so long now. You know as well as I that this event is something special, maybe even divine." Melchior had been the constant voice of faith. "I know it's unique," said Gaspar, "but that doesn't mean it's divine." "There's only one way to find out," said Balthasar. "Let's go see." After traveling 4 miles, they rounded the hill to the valley where Bethlehem was. They began the climb up the mountain when Balthasar saw it first. "Look, up ahead is the star," he exclaimed. "Oh, that is it," said Melchior. "This is when we finally see the one we've been searching for." "Yes," said Gaspar slowly. "Yes, even I am excited at this. I praise the God of the Hebrews." The star guided them to the village house on the outskirts of town. Their train of camels and servants stopped outside, and Joseph greeted them. "Come in, come in." From outside, the men heard the toddlers jabbering and looked at one another. "It's him," they whispered, removing their head coverings as they entered the house. Mary had just finished tidying up the room and had swept Jesus up in her arms. When the child saw the men, he smiled a toothy grin at them. They dropped to their knees, bowing their faces to the ground. "It is he, the one we have been searching for," they marveled. "Blessed be the King of the Jews." A full 2 minutes passed with their faces down, weeping with joy, worshiping the King. 5 minutes, 10. The moment was surreal to them. They did not understand why the king was in a poor village, born to a poor teenage couple, living in a tumble-down house. But they understood who he was and that he was deity. They rose from bowing and signaled to their servants to unload their luggage. Balthasar spoke first to Mary and Joseph. "We have come from the east. God led us here with a star, and we come with gifts for the child. I present to you, O king, my gift of gold." With another bowing gesture, he set the gold bar down before the child and backed away. "I have waited for this day for so long," smiled Melchior. "The best I can give you is our finest incense, frankincense." Gaspar spoke last. "My king," he said, "these men acted in faith. I only came here out of curiosity. I see now, small one, that you are of God. Please accept this gift of myrrh, the finest in all our land." He, too, backed away reverently. "We are your subjects, O king," said Balthasar, speaking on behalf of all the men. The moment passed with little more fanfare. After presenting their gifts, their goal was complete. They'd found the answer to their curious quest, and the answer was found in a child, a little boy, hardly able to walk or talk, yet a boy who would grow to be the Savior of the world. Something in these wisest of men recognized the significance of worshiping Jesus. They sacrificed, they gave, they worshiped, and they went away changed. Now, there's a lot of theories about what this star was. It was a unique star, and and it literally pointed to the house, came and stood above where the young child was. And so all kinds of theories about a supernova or some kind of comet or whatever. I don't particularly think it needs some kind of naturalistic explanation. I believe in the miraculous, and there could have been some kind of miraculous guidance. Apparently, there was miraculous guidance to them for knowing exactly where to look. And so the star itself is a key point in the story, and you'll see it depicted often as some kind of large star. We don't exactly even know exactly who the wise men were. And we sing the song, "We Three Kings." We say that there's three because there was three gifts, but likely there was far more of them. There's likely an entourage that had come with them. And the timing of this is that there's a young child, and they're coming to a house in Bethlehem. And so the word there is used different from an infant. So Jesus apparently has been there for a while. And so this is, each of these gifts have some kind of significance to them and perhaps point to future aspects of Jesus or current aspects of Jesus' royalty and his death and all of that. But didn't choose to highlight those kinds of things in the story. Just depicted the humanity, again, of the situation. I don't know how long the situation lasted, the worship and the offering of the gifts to the child, but it was very likely that the gift of gold was what supplied Mary and Joseph with the finances to be able to flee to Egypt. And we'll talk about that in the next story, in the next couple stories, as we're wrapping up the final details of the story before it just jumps into Jesus' ministry as an adult. But these are all little pieces of the Christmas story. And so I thought the wise men deserved their own story. Hope that was a help to you. We'll see you in the next video. Hey, church, thank you for watching that recording of Once Upon a Non-Time. If you're new here, my name is Ryan Wrench. I'm the pastor of Calvary Baptist Church in Temecula, California. And I wrote this book for my kids several years ago when they were much younger. My sister-in-law, Anna, illustrated it with some beautiful watercolor paintings. And so it's an Advent book, one new story for each day leading up to Christmas, including Christmas Day. And so this is available on Amazon if you'd like to purchase that. It's available at our church resource desk if you'd like to purchase that. But we're glad that you could tune in and at least see the illustrations on this video format. We'll see you in the next video.